to the Gers TV. How are you doing, guys? Just a quick broadcast tonight. Today is just a pre-match before the Rangers versus Hibs semi-final at Hampden. It's been a massive feat for Rangers, so let me know if the thumbs up in here is alright. First of all, and I'll quickly check where we are. Plenty of people in the feed so far. So you should be able to hear me anyway, guys. Aye, perfect, he's in here is alright. I've been away in Lanzarote all week, so that's why we didn't have a show on Tuesday night. But thanks for everybody I've met and the support we've had the last couple of months getting the show back on the road. Let's have a wee chat about the Rangers' big match today. The big one for me is the fact that we've got a new management team in. Although they're not managing the team today, they're obviously there in the stands. Let me see your predictions first of all. We maybe do phone in as well for 5-10 minutes. I'm not going for half an hour. If you want to phone the numbers up, then you can give a call. We need your last 3 digits if you're phoning in. But let's know what do you think of the predictions first of all. What you think the score's going to be? I'll come out with a prediction right away. I'll go for Rangers 3, Hibs 1. Although we know it's going to be a difficult game. It's always a difficult game against them. I think 3-1 to Rangers will be a good result, and I think it's more than capable of doing that. We spoke about the Gerrard situation last week. We spoke about the past so much. I think it's time to talk about the future. And what better way of saying it, but welcome back, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. I think every Rangers supporter on the planet's happy with that. So a few predictions coming in so far. I've got Aldo, it's going to 2-0 to the famous. James McArthur 2-0, that seems to be the favourite one so far. Scott White 4-1 to the Gers. Derek George 3-1 to Rangers. So everybody's quite confident in a victory so far. Keep liking and sharing, guys. It's just for a wee half hour I'm doing this. It might be a new feature every day, a pre-match or an after-match. Again, bring them back. Walking down the Copeland Road to see the famous Rangers play. What about the new songs as well? A couple of new songs have been at the Zambia song, and obviously this new Dutch song that I've got with the slide to the left, slide to the right, the orange song. Are you going to be singing that today, and are you wearing your orange? Let us know as well if you're going to be wearing orange for the football. Right, so where are we? 3-1 to Rangers, Derek George, walking down the Copeland Road, seen that one. Raymond Forbes over Lanzarote today for the game. I'm just back, Raymond. A wee shout out to Arthur's Bar, could be Rangers pub, that looked after us for a few days. A great welcome, just up the top of Port of the Carmen. Gordon Wilkie 4-1 to the Rangers. Mark McPhee 3-0 to Rangers. No mention of Celtic fans attacking the Rangers pub in the news, but they better regretting it. But I'd have pensioners, they wouldn't do that in a match day. No, I agree with that. We early people just totally posted that. Is anybody knows it? Oswald, anybody that doesn't know, Oswald's was attacked at the weekend there, and it was basically there's some older Rangers supporters in the pub having a fag and a wee cigarette in the beer garden was attacked. It's no big, it's no clever, it's not going to end this, but we can't promote violence on the show, obviously, guys, but disgusting to see it happening. And again, what I will emphasise is anybody that buys the Daily Record or the Sun, hold your head in shame, because they basically called the people in the pub that got attacked, they called them thugs, and they made it that it was like an arranged fight when it's quite clearly a sectarian attack on a Rangers bar. But let's talk about the positives of the famous Glasgow Rangers here. 3-0 to Rangers, Stephen McClatchy. Hibs won't be pushovers, will be tough, but thinking 2-1, Jake Henry, 100%. It's all, Hibs has always been a kind of bogey team for us for some reason. We either stuff them and have an easy victory, or else it's a really hard game. Robert Lowe 3-1 to the Rangers. Robert Hooks 3-1 to the famous. 3-1 seems to be the result everybody thinks we're going to get a 2-0. I met you at the Rangers club years ago, Jake Henry. Alright, mate, that's probably drunk. But nice to meet you again, mate. Tell people to watch the show. We have a wee Tuesday night show every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Myself and Sandra, Gordon, some of the team. But we just talk about everything Rangers and what's happening in the community. Guys, if the team's got, I think the team will know about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so if that comes out, let us know. Just keep the predictions coming in now. If anybody wants to phone, the phone number's on the screen, 0141 319 5230. 2-0 to Rangers, Morelos and Kent, Gary Meachin, and come on the Gers. Kit Reid Dow. Afternoon, Simon, the Gers, James McArthur, how you doing, mate? I bet it was the Union Bears that attacked the Celtic pub, it would be all over the news. Well, we've said that, we've done a show and that Sturgeon would have had to say it. That's the problem we've got as our people, we don't get angry for long enough. We need to make sure that these media, see these medias, if you're going to use our media, use our Rangers media, anything at all. It doesn't need to be Gers TV. Anything at all that's going to promote an unbiased or a Rangers point of view or tell the truth, get there and watch it, but don't be buying papers like the Daily Record and the Sun should not be bought by any Rangers fan. Not even giving them links on the Facebook or anything. Totally avoid them. We should be hitting our sponsors and everything. The fact of the matter is, if it was the Union Bears, this would be all the news as a sectarian attack. Nil by mouth, and other bigoted organisations like Call It Out would be out and they would be telling lies and promoting the fact that their community is under attack. But when the facts of the matter is, it's a Roman Catholic sectarian attack, it doesn't come out. So that'll not be highlighted in the papers, unfortunately, guys. So don't buy them. Legend, mate, good mate. Cheers, pal. William Hutchinson, 4-2 to the Gers. Betty McKenzie, 2-0 to the famous, hopefully. Si, when did you have a shave? I had to have a shave at the weekend. I've still got the wee tash here, it's grown back in again. I had to have a quick shave when I was in Lanzarote because it was unbearable with the heat. 2-0, it was Kerry Barrett. 2-0 victory, any victory over the Spoonburners, Colin Warren, I agree with that. I'm going to go for 4-0 with the people to the Rangers. 2-1 to Rangers, let's do it. Do this, boys. Get Gio off to a great start. I agree with you, Sharon Connors, 100%. We need to send the title, mate. Send a message to this in the final. This is, I'm trying not to swear on the show. We battle them in the final. We try and keep it a family show, Jake. It's just a lot of kids watch it, so we try not to swear on it. Although we do like a wee rant ourselves now and again. The Daily Reb on the Sun are scum media. Colin Ward, 100% correct, mate. Just support any Rangers pages or channels. That's how we get your information. It'll always be in there anyway. Darryl McMillan, hello from Shelton. How you doing, mate? East End Bears. No one likes us, we don't care, Jack Henry. Darryl McMillan, 4-1 to Rangers and any win for the famous Andrew Piroter. Guys, everybody gives a wee quick call on. It's just a wee trial at the end of the day anyway. The phone number is 01413195230. If you want to call, I just need your last 3 digits. Make sure it's turned on. Aye, it's on. Anyone for the famous 3-0 to Rangers, Gordon McCallum, 2-0, let's go. Let's know where you're travelling for. There'll be Bears travelling for Britain, probably from different parts of the world as well. It'll be good to see Defoe the dug out today, James McScaffer. I agree with that. Well, listen, if anybody deserves it, Defoe stuck by the club, he's been loyal, he's been a great servant in football alone, and he will be a manager one day. Who knows, maybe Rangers one day, but let's see what he can do today. I think all the players have got a lot of respect for him. I've certainly got a lot of admiration and respect for him. And be nice to, he might only be the manager for one game at the club, but be good to get that result. Again, as everybody's saying, any victory at all today will be happy. Charlie Allen, 5-1 to Rangers. William Smith, 4-0 to the famous. Warren messaged me earlier on as well there. How you doing, Warren? That was up the top, I forgot to give a mention. Hope you're well, pal. But give us a shout out, where are we coming for, guys? Where the bus have we gone to the game from? I'm going on the Bristol Bar bus certainly later on. I'm going to head down to Denison and to Duke Street in for a few beers and off to the game. Let us know where you're going from to the game, what supporters bus you're going to be on, or what way you're getting to the game and where from. A few people saying it, but they're quite happy with Defoe as well, being in for the day. He's a total gentleman. 3-1 to Teddy's, Derek Rush. Aye, I think we're all confident. I think for a few days it was a real sting what happened with Gerrard. As I said at the time, I done a statement about it. You don't mind that somebody wants to leave, you don't mind that. But what I do say is the timing was horrific and he'll never be forgiven, in my opinion, for the timing. That left us a wee bit numb for a few days, but then we realised the candidates who were in for the job and we were going back to Dutch. When Rangers played under Advocate, the style of football was amazing. It was really entertaining to watch, and getting Giovanni Van Bronckhorst back, I think personally, what a buzz is put back in the blue half of the city. Remember, Glasgow is blue, and the Bears have got a wee bit of buzz today, so let's hope we get this result, because we just want to keep this run going and get to the final. Tommy Condon, I don't like to make predictions on my bloody drinks. I know you're feeling, mate. Jamie Urey, Paisley, how you doing, mate? Darren McMillan, not going to the game, but might go to the Bristol for the game. I might see you in after the game, mate. I'll be in after the match. let's get into these Manky Spoonburners. Thomas McGee, Gary McDougall, Defoe should be in the squad today. Well, that's why I see that. I thought he would have been in the squad as a player manager, sort of, because I understand you need a manager, but once you've set the tactics out, there's no reason why Defoe couldn't be a sub, and if we need them, bring him on. But I don't really know what the... Gary might actually know more about that than me, but I don't really know the reason why he's not been playing recently, or on the bench at all. I don't know if he's completely chucked it. I don't get that, because we could be doing his experience there as well. Big Paul's going to Toon Heed bus. Where did he leave for now, Paul? I thought he'd stopped going. I remember he used to leave for the Lacala. I'm assuming it's still there. James McCall for Hibs on the bogey team, but we've plenty of to beat them today. Definitely. My son's tapped a lift from their uncle Bears, and Bears are on his tops on. Everybody's got on his tops on. Stevie White. There's a great feel good factor back for the club. We bounced back right away. I've got to say that the board, Ross Wilson and the people that were involved in the club, what a fantastic response when we get stung with Gerrard, and all of a sudden we go out and we get Giovanni Van Bronckhorst back to Ibrox. We'll get Roy Mackay. We're talking about Neil McCann coming in. It really does sound like the future's bright, the future's orange, to the real cliche. And I think we've all got this buzz back. We were lacking it for a wee while there under Gerrard anyway. We've seen me lose a goal early doors every game, and there was a staleness to the play, and maybe that's why. Maybe the players felt that there was something wrong as well. Junior Mac, big love for Sydney, Australia. All the best, mate. Down under Yabby Creek. That was the worst Australian accent ever. Chrissy Cunningham, good afternoon, everyone. Meant to see come on his years. Charlie Allen, disappeared. I wonder what the odds are for Lisa Sakala. Get a hat trick. I fancy him to start. He got another hat trick, I think, last week on the park. I know he got one international, and he scored last week anyway. I know that. Derek Rush replying to Gers TV. I think as fans need to wrap up the Steven Gerrard situation. Job's done now. I think to move on. The future is bright. No, I kind of agree with that, Derek. What I was hitting at there was the fact that I wasn't really wanting to talk too much about Gerrard, but the bounce back for the Gerrard situation and moving on to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, I think the Bears seem to be well up for that. They're bottom eight. Let's just hope we get the Dutch style of football now. We get the clogs on and get tore into them basically. But I'm quite happy with the situation. Alex Ferguson and Alan McCoy said some nice words at Walter's funeral. That's correct. I didn't get to see it. I've not seen the whole. It wasn't a funeral. It was the service of remembrance. But it looked great. I was abroad when it was on. Gary Robertson, how you doing, mate? You still in America? You must be due a wee trip by Scotland if you're ever allowed back in. That's been happy. You've been away too long, mate. Gio to win as a treble. Listen, that's what we need to remember. We've only won that one trophy in 9, and all of a sudden Van Bronckhorst is a great chance. If he hits the ground running here, he's got a great chance that Rangers getting a treble. But to do that, you need to win today. And after that, after we win the day, we can then take ourselves to the final and just keep the heads up. But everybody needs to get behind the new regime. That's one thing I will say. The full management team, we need to get right behind them. You're still like the Paul, Jim Clark's watching. Jim will see you in the pub later on, mate. I think that's Jim for the Bristol, I'm assuming. Mark done it. My eyes kind of do so quickly, man. I've been on the booze all week. Afternoon, Mark done it 2-1 to the Chairs. Gary Robertson, yep, you're still in America. We'll catch up for a beer one day, pal. Gio is the right man for the job, James McCarthy, 100%. I've not heard one Rangers fan being negative about the Van Bronckhorst situation, so that's good. Ali Mac, alright, Si, how you doing, man? Famous. How's things, pal? I've not seen you for a while. Catch up soon, maybe catch you in the Loudon. I'm in the Loudon pre-match most games now in the Ibrox, and after the game, but I'm still drinking the Bristol as well when I can get done. It's good to when you get to different bars and you meet all the partners and kind of watch your show. That's Carol. Quick call for Carol. How you doing, mate? Carol.
Hello, Si.
What happened there? Hi, Carol.
Aye.
Carol.
Uh-huh.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing alright. Right, Si, I've something to say to you.
How are you?
I'm coming up tomorrow.
Monday.
After I'm leaving after the game tonight for Southend.
Right.
And I'm getting back in Wednesday night to see the game in the telly again.
Right.
Is there any chance of seeing you in the Bristol before your show? Or on Monday night?
Well, here's a what I'll do is I'll meet you before that. I'll meet you. I'll be in the Bristol on Monday night. I'll meet you about 7 o'clock-ish. But if you're interested, why don't you come on and stop shouting? Must be dead loud. Why don't you come on the show on Tuesday night?
Didn't hear you there, Si. I'm a wee bit deep. You have to shout.
Alright, the other ones they're saying you're shouting too loud. I'll meet you for a beer, mate, and I'll maybe even get you on the show.
Aye, okay. I'll meet you on Monday night and arrange it then, okay? I'll meet you at 7 in the Bristol.
No worries at all, pal. Alright, all the best, you're round.
Okay, well, man, I've a few more things to say.
Aye, cool, on you go.
About snakes in the grass and things like that, and never crushed on Mickey Mouse off.
Yeah.
You know, but I wasn't too sure about Van Bronckhorst's side.
Right.
You know, because, you know what I mean? When you go like that, mine's gone blank, who can you get as a manager? I'm happy I'm new. He's still a handsome boy compared to me, you know?
Aye.
And where's Sandra?
Oh, no, listen, this is just a wee one-hour show. I'm doing a full game to see if it works. And I might do
I was trying to see you all last week. You know what disappointed. My little heart was broken, son.
Aye, I went to
You
Lanzarote.
can't believe that. I get disappointed if I don't see you in hospital.
Oh, well, I know as these things happen, but aye.
I know.
But we're back Tuesday night anyway, as I said.
Well, I'm glad to see you. We'll see you Monday night. I'll bring my missus. But she's got a pointy hat and a big brush, so you have to watch yourself.
No worries at all, pal. No worries.
Well, okay, see you 7 side. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'm on the bed right now. I have to stop it shortly because I'm driving, you know.
No bother, mate. All the best,
right,
pal.
see you later, son. We are the people.
We are the people. Cheers. Aye, sorry about the echo. Carol's saying he's deaf, so I'm trying to set the settings so he can hear me. You can hear him, but we can also all hear each other without it echoing. It doesn't really work. He's a Denison boy. He's an East End boy originally. Carol always stays down south now, and he watches the Gers TV every week. But he's a massive Rangers fan. I've got to get a wee beer with him on Monday night in the Bristol. If anybody's never been in the Bristol Bar, quick shout out to it. What they've done at Remembrance Day again, out of this world. There's not just bars, but establishments anywhere in the world that put on a show that the Bristol Bar put on, and they don't charge people for it. It's all free. You can bring kids along and everything else. The vintage cars, the armed forces, the soldiers, the band on, the scooter club, the high numbers turned up, and it was a massive family day. Remembered my foot on. So a big shout out to the Bristol, because that's one thing about them is they always put on a show and they never ever hide who they are, because we are the people. Anyway, a couple of more messages here. Tommy Scott, greetings from Tyneside, 2 Blues in Newcastle. How you doing, mate? Wishing our new manager every success in his new venture. I think every Rangers supporter echoes your comments, Tommy. He has some sort of echo. I know I was Carol screaming. He's screaming because he's deaf and I'm trying to put the volume down. Hi, Si, I watched a Geo interview. He was positive reading, and he won't sell Nathan Patterson, and he's going to bring in. I've not seen an interview actually for those young players. That's a great thing. Well, that's the thing with the 3-1 prediction. That's the thing with the Dutch is the Dutch are right into bringing the youth. They're right into bringing their own players, bringing them up for the youth teams and getting them into the first team. No spending millions. That's not their culture. That's why Advocate had insisted on us building Auchenhowie, if you remember. And I think being a prodigy basically of the Advocate revolution. And I think he's played with Holland as well. So I would imagine that Gio van Bronckhorst will be very similar to Advocate and do that. You'll bring in the young boys, and Patterson should be an example, because Patterson should be the future captain in the club, I think. So I agree with that. But we need to get over the Gerrard. People keep saying me over the Gerrard. I'm only reading them out because people are saying it. He slithered back. There's no point in me reading it, because it's basically we're all agreeing we need to go on it. James McCarthy, I went and seen young Calvi volunteers on Remembrance Day. They went past the Bristol Bar. Brilliant. Again, a fantastic band. In the East End of Glasgow. For everybody that calls it they call the East End as if it's like the Celtic part of Glasgow. The East End of Glasgow has got some of the best Rangers supporters you could ever meet. It's got some of the best Rangers bars and some of the best flute bands. And again, somebody just mentioned the Calvi there. The Calvi every year they have a great Remembrance Day parade, as well as the Denison Rangers also do one. And a big shout out to the two of them. They got Langtry Street, and the conduct's impeccable. And that was Stephen McCarthy. It's great to see them when they were passing the Bristol soon. We are the people who will win the treble this season. I hope so. Let's start with winning this game. It's one game at a time. Just let's get as many results as we can on the bounce, get up to Christmas. get into that final, get into the League Cup final, let's get top of the league. And we'll see how we do in Europe. Guys, another 10 minutes all day because I've got to go and do a couple of messages a day before I get a couple of beers and go to watch the Rangers. What have we got? Watch both? Oh, aye, the two bands. Aye, no, that's right, the two bands were... James will be able to confirm it. The both bands were outstanding, getting around Duke Street and the turnout. I'm running out of things to say here. Didn't really prepare this. It was a last minute thing, but good numbers on it, guys. Keep telling us where you're coming in for. How the boys for Belfast, you must be in Glasgow, but I know they left. My pal Graham Hannah's doing a kind of wee documentary type feature on it today. And you're watching it again. I arrived back at 3 o'clock this morning for Lanzarote, and then I put it on Facebook, and that's the boys for Belfast leaving. They're getting ready to leave at that time in the morning. But the people from Northern Ireland, they're coming for Northern Ireland at 5 in the morning, 2 and 3 in the morning, they're leaving and getting home the next day. I think it's at the extra time, they're getting into the 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning again. What an amazing support we've got. Again, all our tickets sold out. You can't get a ticket for love or money. Something that the club should try and maybe push. I don't know if they can, but people are looking for tickets for the day, and there's a public sale at Easter Road, I believe, yesterday. They can't sell their tickets, but if they get to the final, they would want half a hand in. All these teams in Scottish football, we're keeping them all afloat. Every ground we felt we're selling out, and yet Rangers are always the bad guys for it. How you doing, Si? Hope all is well, bro. Chris Taylor, all the best, mate. Aye, long time no see. Good Mary Hillman. How's bra? I'm well, I'm doing well, pal. But as I say, we should be pushing for more tickets for these things. Why should Rangers sell out the quarter-finals, semi-finals? Why should Rangers sell out all these different grounds, and then it comes to the final and we have to give every other team half of the stadium for supporters who don't actually support the average game? There's guys, there's Jim Clark was one a minute ago, runs the Bristol, the Ian Ferguson Loyal. There's a couple other guys that run buses that came on a minute ago there. They'll tell you how hard it is trying to get tickets for Rangers supporters, trying to make sure that guys that go every week get a ticket for that big game, and then you get the final, when Rangers play in a final. A lot of these guys don't get tickets because and the boys are trying to get it, and they can't get tickets because whatever team they're playing in the final is getting half a stadium, and it's no football fans that are getting tickets, it's guys that go to 1 game or 2 games a season. That needs to change. Scott, why you get the wrong colour scheme on site? You will stick today. No, I was out in the scooter there. I was out in the scooter for my breakfast, so I had the old Gabici jumper on and the Fred Perry shirt. So that was the reason I had this on the new. But I'm going to get changed in 5 minutes and I'm going to be good at it. Anyway, but I've got an orange jacket anyway, the old 1970s scarf for the game of day. 7,000 I think they have not even sold that. It's James McCaffrey. They've not sold 7,000 tickets. Hibs a day. So why should they get half a hand in if they get to a final? It really is ridiculous. Guys, it's been good. I'm going to go in a minute's time. I'm just getting ready to go, but I was just to quickly catch up. Ginger Abramovich, my big loyalist pal, how you doing, mate? I'm lining up with a ruptured, he's always got something really sore, with a ruptured Achilles, but buzzing for the game. Gio was a super appointment. Aye, great point, mate. That sounds a sore one, a ruptured Achilles. I don't know how you've done that, but it's obviously been from walking or something. But all the best, big man. I hope you're on the mend soon. But I agree with you. I think going Dutch is a good idea, and the people, it's not just Gio, the people he's brought in, I would definitely say he's going to be they're going to be good ambassadors to the club and the style of football we're going to play. It's probably, we've got the players, but they'll probably knit us together that wee bit better now. Big Boffy's better as well, big pal Colin Morrison. He came on at the start of the show. I see he's came out of his coma, found out what happened with Gerrard, went back into a coma. But he's on the tea and orange, tea and orange somehow this morning, so he must be no well, but at least he's getting better. But so all the best, big man. Tommy Scott, say we gave our lower division of Scottish football financial boost. We went down the leagues. That's what I'm saying. We're always the team that bails everybody else out when it comes to the support. The one thing they can't take away is Rangers will get the biggest support in Scottish football, if no Britain. But we'll have to be up there with the tapping in Britain anyway. But away support, nobody can touch Rangers, and they all benefit from us. What do we get for it? All we get back is less tickets for a final. Maybe it's time we fight back with that one and get there. How you doing, Si? Ricky Reid, you just woke up, rough as toast. Looking forward to today, 3-0 with the famous. You need to get on it soon, mate. The game's starting in a couple of hours' time. Right, guys, that's all for me today. It was just a wee quick pre-match here to get the Bears all chat and see where we are. I'll let you know the Gers TV still going. We'll be back on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Our regular show. Let's hope that Rangers are in the final of the League Cup by then. Never forget, we are the people. The future's bright. The future's orange. Have a good one, guys.
We had McGregor, Tavern, Goldson and Borna at the back. Alfie, Kent, Rafid, and Defoe in attack. Davis, Jack, Kamara, Arfield, Hadji came alive. With Helander and Balogun, they won us 55. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. Not forgetting Joey Boy, his name we couldn't fit. Like Edmondson and Barker, we knew they'd done their bit. McLaughlin, Jones and Bassey, Bungani, Zunga and Nico Katic couldn't play, but he's Rangers through and through. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. So Stephen Gerrard came to Ibrox along with Gary Mack, and they were set the challenge to bring the title back. The day that he arrived, he ended on let's go, and now he's there for all to see. The league flags coming home. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love